But we've always done it that way. When's the last time you heard that? In today's episode, I'm going to talk about if you don't innovate, you're going to become irrelevant. Let's get shooting. Hi, and thanks for joining me for today's episode of The Intersection. Today I want to talk about that awful phrase that we hear so many times in business, but we've always done it that way. It's usually a reply to someone when they ask the question, why? If one of your employees or a customer asks you the question why you're doing something the way you're doing it, and your first response, your first thought that pops into your head is, I need to tell them it's because we've always done it that way, you need to stop immediately and evaluate whatever it is they're asking you the question about. 9 times out of 10, if someone asks you why you're doing it this way, or why do we have to do it this way, unless they're a 2-year-old wanting to know why they have to eat their vegetables, it's because they've already thought of a better way to do it. Or the way you're telling them to do it, or the way you are currently doing it, doesn't make sense to them. Now, there's usually a reason why they have a better idea or why it doesn't make sense to them, and that's because the world out there is changing, but the world inside your business is not. Things are changing all the time. Technology is moving at the most rapid pace we've seen in our lifetime. Your customer base is getting older. You're going to need to attract new customers. If you are not changing, if you are not innovating, you are going to become irrelevant. If you're still exclusively advertising on a billboard and in a newspaper, you're going to become irrelevant. If you're in the restaurant industry and you're not looking at delivery and online ordering, you're going to become irrelevant. If you're a realtor and you're not doing virtual home showings, you are going to become irrelevant. Those are just a few examples. If your business is not looking at technology, you're not innovating, you are going to become irrelevant. Now, it's very easy for a business to become successful and comfortable and not stop and think how they could continue to be innovating, how they could continue to stay relevant. They have employees come up and ask them why, and their first response is to shun them because they don't want to be asked that question because it's always worked and it'll always continue to work. If that is your thought process, that is when you need to stop and think, why do we do it that way? Is there a change we can make? Is there something new, improved? How can we make it better? Because if you are not innovating, you will become irrelevant. Now, you may not believe me, or you may say, Bruce, I don't need to do that. I'm good. I think I got great processes. I don't need to change anything. People are always going to be my client. I don't have to worry about that. My business is always going to be successful. If that's the case, I challenge you on your way home tonight to stop at a Blockbuster and rent a DVD for your family to watch. Or go down to Sears if you can find one that's open and buy a Craftsman tool. Or maybe one of your kids has a birthday party they need to go to this weekend. Why don't you stop at Toys R Us and pick them up a gift? Oh, that's right. You're not going to be able to do any of those things because those companies didn't innovate. So I'll leave you with this final thought. If you're a business owner, whether you have employees or not, stop a minute and think about why you do the things you do. If you have employees, ask them, why do we do the things we do? And if any of their answers are, well, that's just because of the way we've always done it, then look at that process. Look at the reason behind why you're doing the things you're doing and think, is there something better out there? Is there a way we can innovate? Is there a way we can move forward? Is there a way we make things easier? Because if you don't, you will become irrelevant. Thank you so much for joining me today. If you never want to miss another episode, I would highly encourage you to go down and smash that subscribe button. Thank you. And now I will leave you with the quote I say every single day: you miss 100% of the shots you don't take. Oh my goodness, I really missed that one today. I'm going to keep on shooting, and so should you. Have a great day.